Why do 90% of Game of Thrones fans consider Joffrey Baratheon the worst? Is it his ruthless actions, his insufferable arrogance, or perhaps the sheer delight he took in causing pain? Let's delve deeper into the character that everyone loves to hate. Let's uncover the chilling truth behind the character that has left an indelible mark on the series and its viewers. Joffrey Baratheon, a name that sends shivers down every Game of Thrones fan's spine. From the moment he appeared on screen, his presence was nothing short of menacing. His blonde hair and piercing blue eyes masked a heart filled with malice. Crowned king after his father's death, Joffrey ruled with cruelty and chaos. His ascent to the throne was marked by a series of brutal decisions that showcased his lack of empathy and his thirst for power. Remember when he ordered Ned Stark's execution? That moment was a turning point in the series, shocking viewers and setting the tone for Joffrey's reign. It was a clear indication that he would stop at nothing to assert his dominance. That was just the beginning. His reign of terror continued with acts that were even more heinous. His smirk became a symbol of his sadistic pleasure in the suffering of others. His sadistic nature knew no bounds, from tormenting Sansa Stark to publicly humiliating Tyrion Lannister. Sansa, once a hopeful young girl, was subjected to relentless psychological and physical abuse. Tyrion, despite his sharp wit and intelligence, found himself constantly undermined and ridiculed by Joffrey. Joffrey's reign was a brutal display of power and madness. He ruled not with wisdom or justice, but with fear and brutality. His commands were often irrational, driven by his whims and insecurities. Even his own mother Cersei couldn't control his erratic behavior. Despite her own manipulative nature, Cersei found herself at a loss when it came to reining in her son. Their relationship was fraught with tension, as Joffrey often defied her advice and acted on his own cruel impulses. But it all came crashing down at the infamous Purple Wedding. The event, meant to be a grand celebration, turned into a scene of chaos and horror. As Joffrey choked and gasped for breath, the audience watched in a mix of shock and relief. Poisoned at his own wedding feast, his death was a moment of relief for many. It was a poetic end for a character who had caused so much pain and suffering. The sight of Joffrey's lifeless body was a stark reminder of the consequences of unchecked power and cruelty. Joffrey's end marked a pivotal shift in the power dynamics of Westeros. His death left a power vacuum that many sought to fill, leading to further intrigue and conflict. The ripple effects of his demise were felt throughout the realm, altering the course of the series. So why did everyone hate Joffrey? It wasn't just his actions, but the way he reveled in them. He was the embodiment of tyranny and torment, a character who seemed to take pleasure in the misery of others. His cruelty was not just a means to an end, but an end in itself, because he was the embodiment of tyranny and torment. His every action was a testament to his desire for control, and his disdain for those he deemed beneath him. He was a character who thrived on power and the suffering it could inflict, and that's why he remains one of TV's most notorious villains. Joffrey Baratheon is a character that will be remembered not just for his actions, but for the way he made viewers feel. His legacy is one of fear, hatred, and a reminder of the darker aspects of human nature. In the end, Joffrey's story is a cautionary tale about the dangers of unchecked power and the impact of cruelty on both the victim and the perpetrator. Subscribe and like for more.